Right now at noon, the Republican National Convention is almost here, but we still don't know who former President Trump will have run by his side, what new reports are saying. Plus, President Biden remains committed to running for president. How many more Democrats are voicing concerns on his ability to hold office? This is News 3 Now at noon. Thanks for joining us on this Friday afternoon. I'm Josh Spreiter. We start with just 3 days out from the Republican National Convention right here at the Pfizer Forum in Milwaukee. This is a live look right now. This is where the party will formally nominate former President Trump for this year's election. As for the vice presidential nominee, that is still to be determined. The reported finalists for Trump's running mate are North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum, Florida Senator Marco Rubio, and Ohio Senator J.D. Vance. We caught up with the state GOP chair, Brian Schimming, ahead of the convention. He says he is happy with Trump's options.
Sure, I'd love to have a Midwesterner for all the obvious reasons. But I really honestly believe that Donald Trump has got a set of choices that past nominees or maybe future nominees would be almost jealous of.
Schimming also says he feels the Republican Party is in better shape heading into the election than Democrats due to the uncertainty regarding President Biden's campaign. As the RNC draws closer, we are learning more about who will speak at the convention. Among the presenters will be Senate candidate Eric Hovde. That's according to the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. The businessman will address the crowd on the first day, which is themed Make America Wealthy Once Again. Hovde is running against incumbent Democratic Senator Tammy Baldwin for that seat. Trump endorsed Hovde in April. We've also learned Assembly Speaker Robin Vos will be at the convention as an official guest. WISC-Politics says Vos will be in the Pfizer Forum when the party formally nominates Trump. The two have had a rocky relationship in recent years. Trump has attacked Vos for not pushing to decertify the results of the 2020 presidential election. Legal experts have said decertification is not possible and there's no evidence of widespread voter fraud in that election. Vos has endorsed Trump in this election. News 3 Now will be in Milwaukee all next week with extensive coverage of the Republican National Convention. Starting Monday morning, we'll have special guests, interviews, and more over the 4-day event. Don't forget to download our Channel 3000 mobile app for the latest news as it happens. Just search Channel 3000 in your app store. President Biden wrapped up the NATO summit in Washington with a solo news conference, but the questions centered more around the president's campaign run than foreign policy. As Willie James Inman reports, Biden continues to lose support from some congressional Democrats.
President Biden held a rare press conference Thursday and declared again he will be the Democratic nominee, taking on Donald Trump for the White House.
I think I'm the most qualified person to run for president. I beat him once, and I will beat him again.
The president spent about an hour answering questions from reporters, mostly focused on his fitness to serve.
Presidency is the most straining job in the world, and it's 24/7. How can you say you'll be up for that next year, in 2 years, in 4 years?
I just got to pace myself a little more. Pace myself.
White House aides and supporters say they believe the president knocked it out of the park.
He was at his best yesterday. I mean, he is most comfortable when he's talking about policy. On foreign policy, frankly, he was more substantive than 90% of people in Congress.
But the president's responses were not flawless.
I wouldn't have picked Vice President Trump to be vice president, because I think she was not qualified to be president.
Immediately after the event, several more Democratic lawmakers called on Biden to exit the race.
The numbers, the trajectory, what Americans feel in their bones right now suggests not only that Joe Biden would lose this race, but that he or we would lose the Senate and the House.
Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries met with President Biden Thursday night and conveyed concerns from some of his members. CBS News has learned dozens of lawmakers are considering calling on Biden to drop out over the next few days. Willie James Inman, CBS News, the White House.
President Biden is headed back out to the campaign trail today, making his pitch to voters in the battleground state of Michigan. Former President Trump has no public event scheduled today as he still considers who will be the vice presidential nominee. Well, we have a hot weekend ahead along with some storm chances. First Storm meteorologist Kelly Slifka is tracking your certified most accurate forecast. I'm feeling that heat already building, Kelly.
Yeah, it's already starting to feel a little bit hotter than it has been over the last couple of days. Pretty seasonable temperatures the last couple of days. A little bit above average today. And then we're going to soar right into the weekend with some 90s expected. So we do have some hazy sunshine as we look at the Our Edgewater sky cam overlooking the Memorial Union. Not a whole lot of wind out here. Any kind of wind today is going to be out of the south. And that south wind will continue to pump these temperatures up. 87 tomorrow, and I think most of tomorrow is going to be dry. It really won't be until the evening hours that we do have the potential of seeing some strong to severe storms. I know some winds are out of the south, 5 to 10. Sunday, once again, most of the day dry, but later in the afternoon, we can't rule out some of these storms up to 92, and that heat index on Sunday could be approaching 100. Therefore, we do have a first warning alert day for not only the hot weather, but also the potential of a couple of rounds of some severe storms. One coming in Saturday evening, and then again later in the day on Sunday, and even into Monday, we have a chance of seeing some stronger storms rolling through, and that'll be the end of the high heat, it looks like, on Monday. Right now, our weather track, we're seeing quiet conditions across much of the upper Midwest. It's just starting to heat up, and we will see hazy sunshine throughout the day. Today, 61 is the dew point. Not terrible yet. We've had the dew points the last couple days in the low to mid 60s, but they're going to soar into the 70s tomorrow. 83 already in Madison, 83 in Middleton as well. So we are warmer than where we've been the last couple of days. Temperatures headed into the mid 80s with hazy sunshine, that south wind up there near 5 miles per hour. Well, we're talking about the heat for the weekend and also the chances of storms, several rounds coming our way, and we'll take a look when we can expect them coming up in about 15 minutes.
Well, I know summer lovers are rejoicing this weekend, that's for sure.
Finally be able to get out on the lake and enjoy some of the water activities. That's what you're going to want to do this weekend.
Big time. All right, Kelly, thank you. The former security guards for a Milwaukee hotel who restrained Devontae Mitchell could soon face felony charges. The Milwaukee Police Department is referring felony murder charges to the district attorney's office against 4 people. Last month, the 4 security guards allegedly killed Mitchell while restraining him outside of the Hyatt Regency. The DA is now reviewing the case for potential criminal charges. Right now, nearly all of AT&T's cell phone customers are impacted by a massive breach. The telecom company says the compromised data includes tens of millions of customers' phone numbers between May 1st, 2022 and October 31st, 2022. Customers' personal information and the contents of their calls or texts were not exposed. AT&T promises to notify those impacted. The company says its data was illegally downloaded from its workspace on a third-party cloud platform. At least 1 person has been arrested. The FBI says AT&T learned about the breach in April, but delayed disclosing it publicly because of the potential national security and public safety risks. Well, still ahead for us on a Friday afternoon, why it's the end of the line for Redbox, plus how Southwest Airlines is preparing for a rise in passengers thanks to Taylor Swift.
You're watching News 3 Now at noon, moving forward.
When it's hot, all you want is some relief. Relief from the heat outside, relief from sleepless nights, and relief from big electric bills. Even your air conditioning unit needs some relief. So when you wrap your home with our premium injection foam, it's like putting your entire house in a cooler. It keeps the hot air out, the cool air in, and your electric bills lower. And right now, when we foam your walls, we'll insulate your attic for free.
USA Insulation.
I have no idea what I'm doing. My dad has Parkinson's. He can't manage his illness very well, and we need more support. There are pages and pages of resources online, but I'm so overwhelmed. That's why I connected with A Grace. Now I have a partner to help me understand what to expect and discuss options to help him feel better. They brought solutions, they brought support, and now I don't feel so alone. Choose more support and less stress with authentic care and connection. Learn how A Grace can help give you peace.
The all-new Tempur-Pedic Adapt mattresses are here at Steinhoffel's. Expertly engineered with the most advanced pressure-relieving material to make aches and pains a thing of the past. Get the new Tempur Adapt for only $52 per month when you use Steinhoffel's 60-month financing. Plus, you'll get $300 in Steinhoffel's cash. There's nothing like a great night's sleep on a new Tempur-Pedic from Steinhoffel's. Start sleeping better tonight. Shop in-store or online at steinhoffels.com.
Wow, Wayne, that is a beautiful window.
It sure is, Jeff. It really tackles energy efficiency.
Sure has a nice slide.
It's one of the best screenplays I've ever seen.
They're so easy to close. I'd say it's a grand slam.
If you guys keep making those dad jokes, you're going to be a real pain in my neck.
Oh, that's a good one. Did you hear about this one, Five?
Get as low as $18 per window and $81 per patio door per month. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Fight like hell. And if you don't fight like hell, you're not going to have a country anymore.
It should have been stopped. That's neglect of duty. As a sheriff, it's awful to watch police officers getting attacked. That's not supporting this badge and this uniform. I have no desire to work with somebody who divides. That's not what America is, but I work with anybody who unites. That's why I'm with President Joe Biden.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Dollar General will pay a $12 million penalty to the Labor Department to settle claims of worker safety violations. The Labor Department says the discount retailer will also implement more protocols, including hiring additional safety managers and improving stocking to prevent blocked exits and unsafe storage. Say goodbye to Redbox. After over 2 decades, the company's DVD and video game rental kiosks are going away. Redbox's parent company, Chicken Soup for the Soul Entertainment, filed for bankruptcy. More than 20,000 Redbox machines were in operation around the U.S., though the company had been in decline for years due to the rise of streaming services. And Southwest is hoping to see more Swifties on board this fall. The airline says it's adding extra flights to accommodate fans traveling to Taylor Swift's Eras Tour concerts in Miami and New Orleans in October. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to CBSMoneyWatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Carissa Lawson.
At the noon hour, here's your stock report. We're in the green so far on a Friday afternoon. The Dow up 348 points, NASDAQ up 183, and the S&P 500 up 42 today. Our call for action volunteers are in the building this afternoon, taking your consumer complaints and taking action on your behalf. You can call for action at 608-270-2833 or submit a claim anytime at channel3000.com/call for action. Pam is watching today's egg prices straight ahead, and Kelly is tracking the weekend heat in the first warn forecast. Then later today on Live at 4, we sit down with one of the actresses in Broadway's Moulin Rouge, playing now at the Overture.
Get an 11% rebate at Menards. Menards is your one-stop shop for huge savings on new energy-efficient appliances. Check out our top appliance brands including KitchenAid, Maytag, Whirlpool, Amana, and Criterion. Menards has the largest in-stock appliance selection ready to take home today. Save over $1,350 on this Maytag kitchen suite after sale price and 11% rebate at Menards. #1 in customer satisfaction among home improvement retailers, according to J.D. Power.
Save big money at Menards.
Brothers Maine enjoys 4th of July festivities with family, friends, and fabulous kitchen and laundry deals. Our fireworks of savings on GE appliances and free delivery will make you ooh and ah. Feel like family at Brothers Maine.
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
How much I weigh is nobody's business.
But Eric Hovde wants to make it his.
Eric Hovde thinks that if you're overweight, insurance companies should charge you more.
There should be consequences to those personal choices. Fine, you want to do that? Your health care is going to cost more.
How insulting is that?
Hovde would increase health care costs for 1 out of every 3 people in Wisconsin.
Eric Hovde, what the hell is wrong with this guy?
Need inspiration? Shop Pick and Save. For over 30,000 mouth-watering choices, plus savings like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. Pick and Save is worth it every time. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Milwaukee hosts the Republican National Convention, and News 3 Now brings you team coverage as Battleground Wisconsin grabs the national spotlight. Campaign 2024 GOP convention coverage live from Milwaukee, starting Monday on News 3 Now.
On the Jennifer Hudson Show.
I am learning to ski with gold medalist Johnny Mosley.
I think you're ready for a little bit steeper.
Oh, no. We gonna find out. Plus, the Oscar-nominated Minnie Driver.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Welcome back at noon. Let's check in now with Pam Yankee from the Midwest Farm Report. TGIF, Pam.
Absolutely, baby. That is exactly right. I'll see folks tomorrow up at the Sauk County Fair in Baraboo. I know it's going to be a little on the sticky side, but remember, Lodi Agricultural Fair, free admission. Jefferson County Fair, Lafayette County Fair, and the Sauk County Fair, all ongoing. Want to congratulate some of the folks that were recognized at the Wisconsin Cattlemen's Association Summer Conference last weekend in Algoma. Congratulations to Brad Robson from Viroqua. He was named the Friend of the Cattlemen. He's been really involved in the Vernon County Cattlemen, a couple different leadership roles that he was involved with. He right now is on the Vernon County Wisconsin Cattlemen Association Board of Directors. He is very involved in putting together things like the steak trailer that goes across the state of Wisconsin. You'll see at Wisconsin State Fair. He helped to recruit some of the folks that make that happen. Congratulations again to Brad Robeson from Viroqua. Cattleman of the Year this year from just outside of Boscobel, Springs Creeks Cattle Company. Bob and Rhonda Mitchell and their family, they've got a seed stock herd, Angus, Limousine, Red Angus, and Lim Flex just outside of Boscobel. They have a joint female sale in the fall, a bull sale in February, and they also consign cattle to the Black Hills Show and Rodeo. They're also very involved in the National Western Stock Show, and they just recently started selling beef directly to consumers through farmers market, online avenues, and even their school districts. Congratulations. Cattleman of the Year, Springs Creeks Cattle Company outside of Boscobel, Bob and Rhonda Mitchell and family. Way to go. Today we got a World Ag Supply Demand report that came out at 11 a.m. this morning. I just took a real quick glance at what it said about Wisconsin. For example, our winter wheat harvest, which is yet to unfold, estimates are down 14% compared to a year ago as far as winter wheat. Oats look to be about down 4%. Some of that is weather related, some of it's acreage related. I had a lady that is a Channel 3 viewer say, is this because of rotation? You're exactly right. Farmers rotate what one field grows from one year to the next for soil health, conservation, etc. And so that is some of the impact on those numbers as well. Numbers today on the dairy side of things, a little bit soft. Barrel cheese down 4 on a Friday at 185. 40-pound block cheese down 6.5 at 189. AA butter unchanged today, still at $3.10 a pound. So I'll be melting like butter tomorrow up in at the Sauk County Fair, Baraboo. But join me about 1 o'clock. It's all about the kids and their youth livestock projects, Joshy. The good news is they always put one of the biggest fans on the farm, babe. So that'll make it a little bit more appealing if you're going to be in the show area with me.
Yeah, we don't want you melting too much. I think there's going to be two places that are busy. It's going to be the beer stand and, of course, the ice cream stand. Everyone's going to want to get a little bit of everything.
I'm going to try a little bit of both.
Of course, as you should. You deserve it, Pam. All right, you have a wonderful weekend.
See you later, buddy.
The USDA is issuing a public health alert this afternoon for ready-to-eat meals illegally imported from the Philippines.
Thanks, guys.
The imported products include corned beef and a chicken spread that were shipped to 9 states. According to the agency, the Philippines is not eligible to export meat and poultry products to the U.S. An investigation is underway into how the products got into the country. There have been no confirmed reports of any adverse reactions due to the consumption of these products. And more local news, our Fair on the Square returns tomorrow. It is one of the Midwest's most popular and highly regarded outdoor celebrations of the arts. Around 200,000 people will head downtown for this event. Admission is free. It runs from 9 to 6 tomorrow and 10 to 5 on Sunday. You can also check out the art fair off the square with more local makers as well. Let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast. First storm meteorologist Kelly Slifka is on the weather patio. We're preparing for the heat and also storms this weekend, Kelly.
Yeah, you know, we're going to have to prepare for all of it this weekend. And we've got the heat that's coming in and already starting to feel a little bit warmer today. But it's really going to get ramped up starting tomorrow, and that will continue into Sunday as well. That's why we do have the first warn alert day. First of all, the heat, and we're going to have a couple of rounds of storms rolling through. It looks like Saturday evening, and then again Sunday evening, and then sometime Monday afternoon, later in the afternoon, another round. And that last round that comes through Monday will be a break in the heat and humidity, and we're going to see a pretty big drop in temperatures next week. But first of all, we have to get through some of these storms. We're under a marginal risk of severe weather. On a scale of 1 to 5, that's the lowest. The yellow shading is a slight risk, so on a category 2. Just to the north. Then on Sunday, we're all under a marginal risk of severe weather. It doesn't look like it'll be real widespread storms, or heavy storms, but we are expecting some storms that do have the potential of producing some hail and also some damaging winds. 85 expected today, so we are ramping these numbers up a little bit from where we've been the last couple days. 82 is our average. Notice we are losing a little bit in the sunset now at 8:36. All right, these are the temperatures, our future track, the temperatures today in the mid-80s for most of the afternoon. So it's going to be a warm day. Try to stay cool, but not as bad as it's going to get tomorrow. As we watch on our future track, we should see quite a bit of sunshine going into the evening hours, looking at temperatures in the dropping into the 70s. Now our dew points, we're in the lower 60s. You know, you can feel the humidity, but it's not unbearable or oppressive by any means. That is definitely going to change. Watch on our future track. This is starting tomorrow morning. We start out in the mid-60s, but watch as this moisture surge comes in. We're headed into the mid-70s, maybe upper 70s, especially along the Wisconsin River Valley by tomorrow. So that means that humidity is really going to ramp up and really going to be affecting our comfort levels out there. In fact, it's not only going to be noticeable, but it's likely to be almost oppressive. So definitely going to be something to be on the watch out for, because that heat index, especially on Sunday, could be up to about 101. We'll be in the low 90s tomorrow with those dew points well into the 70s. I think by Monday we will see that cold front drop through. It's still going to be humid, but eventually I think later in the day that humidity will drop. All right, talking about the heat, now we've got the storms that we're going to be concerned about. I think most of tomorrow is actually going to be dry. It's just going to be hot and humid. Watch a cluster of storms move in from the north and west. Should be reaching the Madison area during the mid to late evening hours, say 8, 9 o'clock, maybe 10 o'clock. And still some scattered showers and storms overnight. That should come to an end Sunday morning. Then once again, most of Sunday dry, but another band of some storms develops later in the afternoon into the evening. Some of these storms could produce some large hail and damaging winds, so you just want to keep abreast of the latest forecast. And if you are out on the lake, make sure you have all your severe weather alerts handy, because you might need them for both Saturday and Sunday. Right now it's 83 in Madison, 81 in Janesville, also in Watertown and across Dane County. We're all situated generally in the lower 80s this afternoon, so it's a pretty seasonable warm day. Temperatures in the 80s right now, but our first warning forecast brings in those alert days for the heat this weekend and also those rounds of storms. Saturday evening, later in the day Sunday, and then again Monday, expecting chances of some of those strong to severe storms. But look at the big drop in temperatures. We have that cold front coming through, and it looks like cooler than average temperatures much of next week, with highs only in the mid to upper 70s.
I liked your feels like numbers. I think that miserable level might be a little lower for some folks around here.
Yeah, you know, we haven't had a whole lot of heat yet this year, but we're getting it this weekend.
Yes,
for
we
sure.
are. All right, Kelly, thank you. Right now, inflation fatigue is hitting the snack foods market, prompting retailers to lower prices. The average price for a bag of potato chips has gone up 30% in the past 4 years, from just over $5 to $6.50. Not only have companies been raising prices, but in some cases, they're also cutting the size of the products to save money, a trend known as shrinkflation. Pepsi says it plans to adjust prices accordingly. The company says it will also boost marketing for cheaper products. Up next, Howard is finishing up his coast-to-coast tour of regional dishes in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Join us as we wrap up our week-long salute to regional American favorites. What tasty find will we discover on our last stop? We'll show you coming up soon.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Imagine having a Medicare Advantage plan that can help cover costs for dental services or even groceries. Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield is offering special benefits called Essential Extras, available for Medicare Advantage plan members. If you're new to Medicare, have Medicaid, or recently moved, you could be eligible to enroll today. Unsure if you're eligible? Our licensed insurance agents can help. Just call the number on your screen today. Medicare Advantage plans cover everything in original Medicare Parts A and B while offering coverage for additional benefits. With Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield Medicare Advantage plans, you could get no-cost essential extras you might not expect. These plans may include allowances for dental, vision, hearing, assistive devices, or even money for healthy groceries. That's not all, though. You could also get an allowance to help pay for utility costs like gas, electric, water, or sewer. It can even be used towards internet and cellular providers. Explore 2024 Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield Medicare Advantage plans with essential extras in your zip code by calling today. If you're new to Medicare, have Medicaid, or recently moved, you could be eligible. Essential extras could even include transportation to plan-approved destinations. But you won't get a plan with additional benefits automatically. You have to call to see if you're eligible to enroll. Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield is proud to offer these special no-cost Medicare Advantage plan benefits that help provide comfort and convenience to make everyday life easier. Don't miss out. Call Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield today to explore 2024 Medicare Advantage plans with essential extras. If you're new to Medicare, on Medicaid, or recently moved, you could be eligible.
Call 800-694-1143. 800-694-1143. That's 800-694-1143.
Choosing to celebrate the special moments. For those recovering from stroke, injury, or illness, choosing Encompass Health for inpatient rehabilitation may just be their most important choice.
What's up? You need some windows?
Hey folks, you call the experts? Right now with Felco, get free installation and no interest for 5 years. Call now.
Call 866 for Felco.
As we wrap up our week-long salute to some of our country's most beloved regional favorites, our last stop is the Southwest. There we'll find a blend of recipes that were brought together from the Native Americans, cowboys, and Spanish settlers. That means we can count on dishes that have lots of flavor, like the fajitas we're whipping up today. We start by making our own seasoning blend by mixing together some ground cumin, chili powder, garlic powder, and salt and pepper. Then we toss in some boneless, skinless chicken breast that we cut into strips and give it a good shake. While those sit for a sec, we saute some bell peppers and onions that we've cut into strips. Once they're tender, we take them out of the skillet and add in the chicken. When it's cooked through, the veggies go back in and we add a splash of lime juice. When you serve this sizzling hot, flavor-packed combo along with some warm tortillas, are you ever in for a timeless Southwestern treat? The recipe for our grande chicken fajitas is online now, along with all of this week's regional favorites. Hey, Kel, want half? I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where this week we found lots of tasty regional ways for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
NASA is celebrating the 2-year anniversary of the James Webb Telescope with the release of a vivid new photo. The image shows a pair of intertwined galaxies, which NASA calls the Penguin and the Egg, known jointly as ARP-142. The galaxies first passed each other tens of millions of years ago, causing the new star formation you see within the Penguin. NASA says the galaxies are about the same mass, which is why one hasn't consumed the other. The $10 billion James Webb Space Telescope first started taking images in July of 2022. Here's Kelly Slifka now with the final look at your first warm forecast.
Yeah, it is fairly warm out there on this Friday afternoon, but it's going to get hotter as we go through the weekend. Also, we're going to be talking about some storms. Right now, we're at 83 in Madison, 81 in Janesville, and 80 in Monroe. First warm forecast, 85 today. We do have alert days not only for the storms, but also the heat. The heat index by Sunday could be up above 100, so try to stay cool, but also keep an eye to the sky with some of these storms. Saturday evening, then again later Sunday afternoon, and then again on Monday before cooling down next week.
Thank you, Kelly. Thanks for joining us.